Walsgrave Cemetery.
So here we are again, back at Walsgrave Cemetery, and Paul is still with me. And this cemetery here, where I got affected, something tried to attach itself to me. Now, obviously, there is some old stones here, headstones, and there also is some newish ones. Now, as you know, in most of my videos, if I do happen to pan around and you do see a headstone with a name on, it is not me being disrespectful, because you know me by now. I don't like to view people's headstones on camera because I find it quite disrespectful. So, and no doubt Paul will agree with me on this, that if I do happen to pan round and you do see a headstone, then, you know, it's just a coincidence. I haven't deliberately done it. I've had no intention to do it, because it's just a mark of respect. And obviously, yeah, I've caught it by mistake, by accident, but this is the little, and this is where I had to have to try and protect myself, because I'm not wearing my bracelets or my cross. And like I say, the last time I was here, I did show you this. It was here. Now, as always, I have my trusty K2, and it's just gone off because it's near the phone. And obviously Paul's got my other K2, so it's a bit overgrown, as you can see. Let me switch my K2 off for a minute because it's near the phone. And obviously this is old. Now I'm going to pan round. Obviously you'll have to talk into my microphone, but are you picking up on anything?
At the moment, no.
You're not picking up on anything? No.
No.
Okay. But like I say, guys, last time I was here, I got quite badly affected by something trying to attach itself to me. Now, as investigators, we don't always prepare for what is going to get thrown at us. So sometimes you'll go somewhere and you won't get anything. And then other times you'll go somewhere and you will get affected. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to have a walk around. Obviously Paul is not picking up on anything as of yet, but obviously where he wants to go, and he's obviously sat there, so
You've got to remember that all churchyards are different. So as Joe said, you'll pick up on some stuff and sometimes you won't.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the microphone off me, because as you can see I've got the microphone here. I'm going to take the microphone off and I'm going to pass it on to Paul, and then Paul can give you a bit of talk about it. Well, not talk about it, but about the cemetery, and if he's picking up on anything. We're going to have to be quiet.
It's on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, with most cemeteries, you'll get some activities and some you won't. So, talking about that, the further, if you go to a cemetery then, and you've got like the newish part, and you walk down to where the older part is, you're more likely to get more activity on the older part than that you would do on a newer part. That sounds a bit strange, but I think because it's how it usually happens. But also, what I found when I've been in churchyards, a lot of the active churches with churchyards, you will get quite a bit of activity. But if the church, well, say if the churchyard's then in the middle of nowhere, and there was an old chapel like there is here today, and it's never been used, then a lot of spirits, they are around, but it's the outside part where there's not so many people, so they can roam everywhere in peace. But if you get like a town church, you probably will go there, get a bit fed up because you're not getting this, getting that. It's not the case. What it is, you will pick up stuff, but you'll also pick up noise from the outside and that, which can interfere, if that makes sense. But with some of the graves we've been, so like the one in Nuneaton, Alston Road, it's very peaceful, but it's open. There's no what do you call it there now. The building's still there, but there's no crematorium. It's not being used for anything like that now. So it is quite a peaceful place, and that. Yeah, before I pass the mic back to Joe, the other thing I've got to say as well, be very careful when you come to churchyards, because some people in the past have done rituals. Now, if you see any of them signs, i.e. on doors or walls, or even if you see them on graves, or see something out of place, try and report it to the right people, because don't do it yourself, don't go near it, don't even try and play around with it, because it could harm you, because you don't know what they've summoned. Now I've got to stop for a minute because Joe's coughing again. If you are affecting Joe, could you please come forward and use my energy and leave Joe alone right now? Could you please stand away from Joe now? I am commanding you to do that. Please stand back away from Joe. Hold on a minute, guys. I am commanding you in the name of the Lord to stand back away from Joe right now. You have no right. You have no rights near Joe. You have no rights to do this. So I am telling you now to back away. Forward to me. I am commanding you to move away from Joe. We might need to stop this investigation. Okay, guys, we might have to make a decision to end this investigation till we get Joe back to normal. This is what happens in the investigation when a person gets affected by a bad spirit.